Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. This is your reading for January 2024. This is the Healing Grasshopper. I've already cleansed the space, meditated, and pulled 5 cards to draw your energy into my space. So you have it looks like it's going to be a really nice reading. Um, so what's going on here is your lovely energy here at the dog, which that's funny. The last reading I did started with the dog as well. That was Gemini, but a different energy than this. However, this is reminding me a little bit of Gemini. Yeah, it was Gemini. Gemini's reading. Um, so you may want to take a peek at Gemini, especially if um, it's you have Gemini in your chart. You know, Sun, Moon, Rising, or your North Node in Gemini. Um, so anyway, you are coming into some kind of energy that is new to you, relatively new anyway, of engaging with a group of people. And I'm feeling like this is a large group of people, so like maybe social media or politics, maybe. I don't know, something where you're entering into some kind of visibility. Um, and you have some ambitions about this visibility. You have dreams, but you are unsure how to proceed. The feeling is kind of like, I don't want to say fear of success, but yeah, fear of success in the way that you're like, oh boy, now I'm here. What do I do now? How do I keep this going? Um, so yeah, now I'm thinking this may not be, oh, you see. Yeah. I had a feeling this was going to be a light reading. Yeah, there's no heavy energies here. You're in the middle of some good things happening. You're just not sure how to proceed. So let's see if I can give you some insight. Um, okay. So already the the magician says you got nothing to worry about. You have everything you need to be successful. You're going to have that emotional fulfillment. Yeah. And you're wondering how to proceed, you're whatever it is that you're doing right now is how you should proceed. Just be yourself. Keep doing what you're doing, pretty much. Okay. So there's going to be some difficulties, as there is in all endeavors. Maybe, okay, maybe this. Maybe this tower has already happened. Because oftentimes when the tower, especially if it comes out this early in the cards, the tower has already happened. This tower is probably what is drawing up this energy in the first place of what do I do now? Um, you could be in the dust cloud here of the rubble and not. All right, so and you're licking your wounds a bit, but it's fine. You're going to be fine. The universe has plans for you. The road is always going to be bumpy to success. It's almost never smooth cruising to success. So, and you know why that is, though. It's never smooth cruising because the universe puts things in your way to lead you in the right place and to teach you things. These are tools that you're going to take with you to get to the success, right? So, yeah, just keep working. Yeah, you see, you're you're a little fatigued. Like, oh, am I ever gonna get there? Yeah, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. Bottom of the deck. Yes, you will get there. I don't feel that even though there are a lot of cups here, I don't think that this is not about love. This is about um your emotional state, which is quite fragile at the moment. Um, but this is like a follow your heart type thing. As long as you are following your heart and engaging in your creativity and not focusing too much on the money, I think you're going to do very well. So let's see what we get from this deck. And by the way, so we have uh, Two of Pentacles here that we started with. So this is your current state. And you are juggling pentacles. So, and this is probably what this dream is to be successful. But, you know, materially successful, which is, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Almost everybody in this planet desires that. It's a natural desire. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel that way, but it shouldn't be the focus of your operation, you know. Focus on your creativity and the money will come. The money will come. It's got two more. One more spirit, please. Yeah. One more. Let's get bonus here. Yeah. Okay. Cancer. Yeah. You, and I said Cancer too. This has a lot to do with your nature, Cancer. You guys could get in your feelings very, very easily. So that when you have and look at this, so you have the tower twice. You're very, very focused um on your failures. You're very focused on your failures. And um this Queen of Swords here, I don't know if you can see. They all look different in each different card. In the traditional Rider-Waite one, you have the queen who's sitting uh with a side profile, and she's looking forward and inviting whoever it is forward. Um, but this one is kind of looking down forlornly, and she's got her hand up like this. It's almost like, she's this is someone who is very, very frustrated and caught up in their thoughts of this is not going well. I should have done this right, that right, the other thing, So, and it can generate a bad mood. Uh, Queen of Swords could also mean like a sharp tongue, but I don't think I'm not getting sharp tongue from you. It's more like in your head, the just the non-productive thoughts, the limiting beliefs, and that kind of thing. I'm getting. Um, but here's the Chariot here in the center of it all, which is look on top of this. There's movements. You have two movement cards here, and it's like, um, you know, how do I move? Move with your heart, um, but a full heart, not a damaged heart. Some mantras come to mind of um, I was telling another sign this that mantras help a lot, especially when you have negative intrusive thoughts. Um, because you can't be engaging in intrusive thoughts once you're speaking out loud to yourself. It just kind of shoos it away. Um, that I am blessed, I am protected, I am loved, I am abundant, or something like that over and over again until this feeling starts to dissipate of the nothing's going my way, because it is going your way. You are on your way. That's what this chariot is saying. You are on your way already. You are in this chariot and it's moving. You just hit a bump. You're fine. It's all right. So, what's on the bottom of this one? Yeah, racing thoughts. You got to get rid of those. Um, let's, what are we gonna do today for advice? Let's do trust your vibes. And what's going on here? Let's do a mindful message. Okay. Mindful messages, please. Going to be okay. And I know this already because before I even started this reading, when I was meditating, um and even before I started pulling out the cards, I was like, "Oh, that's nice. We've got a nice light reading here. It's not as heavy as some of the other readings." Um, so I know things are going to end up well for you. You're going to get that wish fulfillment. So let's see what the Sonia Choquette Trust Your Vibes says. Ooh, seek solitude. Okay, that's always, you know, this this Capricorn is expert at that. That's my go-to advice for most things. Focus inward. You know what? Especially for you, Cancer, because I get this idea that this whole situation is about being in front of people and your notoriety and that kind of thing. And this all can also be um, that you're in your head, yes, but kind of about your notoriety and about your image and about how people see you and everything. This needs to be kind of set aside, and you need to draw back into yourself, into your heart, not your head. There are a lot of swords here. This is you in your head. Um, Meditation, self-care, doing something recreational aside from whatever this is. Um, because this is what's happening here is a feeding of the ego. And I'm not saying that you're narcissistic or egoic or whatever. That's not what I mean. Um, when you're on this track of fulfilling a dream that has to do with notoriety and others, um, there can kind of be this cycle of feeding your energy, your ego, and gaining approval from others. So there has to be this healthy pause. And who knows, maybe this is what I feel. Oh, see, I just got a chill down my back. This is really the message because Spirit has put this tower in front of you because this is in the early stages. It's kind of like, whoa, 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 let's slow this down a little because you need to focus inward and gather your inner strength first before you're throwing yourself into these multiple energies that you can get lost in, and that's what happens to a lot of famous people, that they are suddenly, and a lot of them talk about it too, that they're suddenly thrust in this arena where they're completely visible and they were unprepared. And I think Justin Bieber comes to mind too. There was someone that was talking about how overwhelming fame can be. And we can all bring up all kinds of stories. Britney Spears comes to mind, and I'm really bringing up extremes here, but that's what I'm being shown. Um, that kind of story where uh, you kind of you're on that fame train, and you don't stop for the self-care, and you keep going, you keep going, and you crash because there's no self-care, no checking with spirits. So spirits stopping you now to prepare you for what's to come later. So seek solitude. This is the most important card. Clear the path. Yes. Exercise your vibes. This is all about working from within. Expect the best, right? So let's work on ending this attitude of uh, this isn't working, I'm giving it in, because you're looking, I don't know what's happening, that you're maybe absorbing the opinions of others, things like trolls and that kind of people arguing with you and trying to diminish you and diminish your value and your yeah, your value. Um, if you know who you are, none of that is going to matter. The best is coming. What's happening right here is only temporary. It sucks, yeah, sure, but just stay on that chariot. You'll be fine. Clear the path. Yes, because right now you've come to a tower in your path. That's okay. Clear the rubble so you can move forward. How are you going to do that? By seeking solitude, by going within, listening to your own instincts, your own intuition instead of the opinions of others, and allowing the opinions of others to affect you. And Spirit's going to show you how to do that. Let's do the mindful messages. Okay, so we've got fuel. Enjoy doing things that fuel me. I enjoy doing things that fuel me. It feels great to do things for myself when I make sure that I am taken care of and can better show up for those in my life and for the work that I do. What did I say about seeking solitude? The better it gets. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know that there are much more good feeling things coming my way. The better it gets, the better it gets. And I keep rising up, right? So right now, you're kind of broken down on the road. What's going to fuel you is self-assurance, and positive thinking is going to be the gas in your tank for this chariot. In order, mirror, in order to change my life outside, I need to change inside. What was I saying? Once I am open to this change, my exterior reality will begin to mirror those new shifts. Okay? So the more you focus and think in a negative way, the more towers and rubble is going to appear in your life. You need to fuel yourself with positive thinking. Cancer, you have a beautiful, beautiful future ahead of you. Beautiful. I told you, I felt it from the very beginning. I was like, oh, lovely. What a lovely, lovely space this is. Don't let this current situation derail you. Think of it as, I'll tell you something personal. I had a very devastating loss in my life, and it remains to be the worst thing that ever happened to me. And I already feel like it was a death. And I always say it's the worst thing that ever happened to me already happened. Anyway, after this death, I was broken in every way. I mean, it was hard for me to function, to think. It was awful. But as the dust started clearing, one of the most spiritual um, and nourishing uh, concepts came to mind. And that is whenever I'm in an adverse situation, I stop and look around and kind of I assess things and think to myself, what is the universe trying to teach me here? And it has served me for the past 15 years since. And not only does it help me, it nourishes me moving forward on my own path in the moments. It takes the sting out of whatever adverse situation is happening to me at the moment because it kind of zooms me out of the situation like, okay, on the material level, this is painful, but it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like you remind yourself that life is just a big illusion. And what's happening to you now is it's not real. Just stand back and find the lesson in the situation because they're there. So that it turns into a positive thing where there's almost a sense of wonder and excitement, like, oh, I'm about to learn something. So you can turn it into something positive. And as soon as you start doing that and you start to pick up the lessons that you're supposed to be learning here, that's when the chariot's going to start to move. And that feeling that you have is going to dissipate. So I think that I have made myself pretty clear. I feel like you're starting to feel me now. So I'm so glad. Really, really hope this resonates for you because I'm very excited for you. This is great stuff that's happening for you. So please let me know what's happening. Uh, Let us all know what your comments are about this. Let me know what you think and whether this resonated with you or not. Um, and a like and subscribe would be very much appreciated. Thank you. Um, Thank you for the likes and subscribes that you've already sent me previously. I appreciate it. Um, I love you, Cancer. Enjoy your path because you've got a bright one. Be blessed. I'll see you soon.